Good evening, my YouTube viewers. It is Crystal here, and this is the addendum video to the video which was lesson 4 to my free course, Introduction to IT for Computer Users. And that was lesson 4, which was internet and how it works. So I've already completed that video, which you can see it in YouTube if you like it. And so basically the addendum video is we're going to find some reliable information on our search engine. So the search engine that I use is your AVG browser, which is AVG. AVG is an antivirus, but AVG used to be free, and they gave you a free AVG browser as well. Well, they started charging for AVG, so I can't use AVG anymore because it's not free anymore. I can only use free antivirus software because I'm on a very limited income. But I still use the AVG browser because it's free. So I'm going to click on here to my AVG browser, and so you can see this is my browser, and you can see that I have been working on YouTube. That's what I've been working on. So you can see that on YouTube I have I'm on my playlist, which is Introduction to IT for Computers, and you can see that I have uploaded 7 videos so far. So this is going to be video number 8. But what we want to do is I wanted to show you how to conduct a search. I don't know if you know how to conduct a search, but this is video just to show people how to conduct a search. So I click over here to the plus sign, and what the plus sign does is it gives me a new tab, and this new tab allows me to carry out a search. So let's look and see, look for a website, okay? So www.bbc.co.uk. So that's a website. And so we're going to click enter. So we've searched onto the website, and you can see we've got bbc.co.uk, and you can see I don't go onto the BBC website very often because I don't have a TV license, because I cannot afford to pay for a TV license. So I just don't watch TV. I watch YouTube videos. I get my news from the radio and from YouTube. But I imagine at some point they're going to start charging us to watch YouTube as well, because the government wants to get as much information as possible out of it. So let's say if you have a TV license, which I don't have a TV license, you can click on to BBC iPlayer, and what BBC iPlayer will do is it will allow you to watch shows. It will allow you to watch shows on your laptop or your tablet or your phone or your desktop computer. So you can watch BBC shows, that's the British Broadcasting Corporation, on BBC iPlayer. So if you want the weather, let's check the weather. So this is the weather. So it says enter a town, city, or UK postcode. So I'm going to say Reading. Reading is the largest town in the UK. So we're going to say Reading, Reading. So you're going to have a low of 16 and a clear sky and light winds. And Monday, it's going to be 31 degrees. Tuesday, it's going to be 35 degrees. Wednesday, it's going to be 37 degrees. Thursday, it's going to be 37 degrees. Friday, it's going to rain or be cloudy, and it's going to be 30 degrees. Saturday, it's going to be 26 degrees, and Sunday, it's going to be 28 degrees. So, or 25 degrees. So basically, next week, it's going to be really hot. So that's something to look forward to, people that like hot weather. But you have to remember, in the UK, most houses don't have air conditioning. So since they don't have air conditioning, it can be quite unpleasant if it's really hot. And so now what you're going to do is you're going to see the weather warnings issued, and pollen, and you can see things about the weather key. So it gives you all sorts of interesting information. So we've looked at the BBC website, so that's interesting. This is actually the first time in my life that I've looked up the weather on BBC. So now let's do another search. So we've searched the site, we searched the BBC website. So now let's do a search. So let's do make a wheel. Wheel plus UK. So I want to know how to make a wheel in the UK. So you can make a lot of free wheels, because I know someone a couple of weeks ago who thought he was going to get a free wheel, but because this wheel had complications, he didn't get the free wheel, and now he doesn't want to do it. So you've got, like, these charities are going to try to get you to get a free, try to make you get a free wheel. It says Co-op Leap, because let's see, it says right here, Battersea is a charity, so they're going to give you a free will if you make a legacy donation to them. UNICEF is a charity, so they're going to give you a free will if you make a legacy donation to them. And you can also look at the website. So HTTPS, S lets you know that it's secure, and then www.unicef.org.uk. So that looks like it's a pretty secure website, pretty safe website. Co-op Legal Services is a will that you have to pay for, but there's no hidden cost. British Red Cross, again, they say that they'll give you a free will, but the thing is if there's any complications, it's not free. And I know this because I know someone who is trying to get a free will. So this is www.gov.uk, make a will. So what we're going to do here is we'll click on that. So they say you look for www.gov.uk, make a will. So this is a UK government website. So I think that you probably can trust this website. And so basically, this person wants me to help him make a will because he doesn't want to pay for it. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to actually go onto the website and read what you have to do to make a will. And it's interesting that there's different rules for Scotland and different rules for Northern Ireland. So I'll have to read this website and find out how I actually make this will. But I've already got this page open, so I'm going to click out of it. So let's say Mickey Mouse. Let's do a search on Mickey Mouse. So what we're going to do is we're going to put Mickey Mouse in quotes. So that's going to be all one word within quotes. So again, we've got Mickey Mouse. So since Mickey Mouse, I put it in quotations, that's going to be the only thing that you're going to see is Mickey Mouse. And so Wikipedia is another good site to look at. So HTTPS, S means it's secure. En means in English, wikipedia.org, and then wiki, and then Mickey Mouse. So that will tell you all about Mickey Mouse if you are interested in Mickey Mouse. So that's how you do a search. And you can use and, or, and cite. So let me try this. Try that. So here are some Mickey Mouse sites you can explore. So now we're going into Copilot. So Copilot is relatively new. We had large language models come out right after COVID. And so now a lot of people are using large language models. And the large language model that is used for Windows is Copilot, and I use Copilot, but you do have to check everything that you get from Copilot when you use it. And the reason why is because these large language models have a tendency to hallucinate. And so if you use Copilot, then what you have to do is you have to check it and make sure it's correct. And there have been some cases where firms have not checked their work and they've been caught out. One case was Deloitte, which is one of the big four accountancy firms, and they were employed to write reports. I think one instance was in Canada and another instance was in Australia, but they were employed to write a report and do some work. So what they did was they used large language models to write these reports, and then they were paid. They were paid for the work, even though they had used large language models to do it. And then it came out that these large language models had given incorrect information. And then so this was in the news, and that's why I know about it. And so Deloitte had to give some of the money back. They didn't give all of the money back, but they gave some of the money back, and then they had to redo the report. So if you're going to use a large language model, you really do need to be careful, and you need to check your work. That's one thing I will say. So I'm going to go ahead and conclude this video because this is a video on how to perform a search. And I showed you how to perform a search by looking for a website, which was bbc.co.uk. And then also looked up Mickey Mouse. And then we also looked up sites for Mickey Mouse. So that was what we have done in this video. So the next video is going to be lesson 5. It's going to be cloud computing for everyday users. So I hope you've got something out of lesson 4 and the lesson 4's addendum video. And I hope that you decide to watch the video for lesson 5 as well. Thank you.